Okay, cool. The need to be right. Rules of modern dating is complicated. The new best YouTube channel. I'm putting you on before someone else does.
We want equality with equal pay. I'm not trying to get beat my ass beat. I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's and this C's.
All right,
and
let me ask this. Would you?
Okay, she's about to make no sense. That's why it's the coming up thing. You see her with this. It's so funny because this guy's the most calm interviewer of all time, very rational, never mean, and he still triggers people.
What's one thing that you wish men understood better about women?
Where the clit is.
Just that we're all different, and that it's, you know, we all have different needs, we all have different wants, and that it's not one size fits all.
Okay, if all women are so different, why do we use the expression know how to treat a woman? Wouldn't that imply that there's like a universal nature that all women exhibit?
But you can't generalize because I'm special.
That would, but like, what a bullshit thing to say.
So you don't agree with know how to treat a woman? You don't think that that's a valid statement?
Absolutely
So
not.
how should a man treat a woman?
Contradict yourself immediately. Watch.
I don't think it's a universal statement. I think that if you're in a relationship with a woman, that you understand that.
Well, let me ask this. Why do you think
It's so funny. I love this channel because they always start off so confident, and then in like 2 questions he debunks them, and they it goes from you should malfunction.
a lot of guys have a hard time finding the clitoris if it's always in the same place?
Because they're stupid.
It's not that hard to find.
They don't know how to touch it, please it. They're scared of the shit. They're scared of it. They be looking at it like,
What is that? I'm gonna go down.
You want me to lick it? Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, you don't need to lick it. What you need to do, lift the flaps. It's like a window shade. Open them up, and you see that little like dick looking thing right there? That's the clit. Buy one of these. Hear that? Yeah. Put that right on the clit. Let's start slow. It has 2 settings. And then you switch it up, double tap. You hear that? Double time. Woo! She gonna love that. And then she won't say that men don't know where the clit is. Yeah, I know where it is. It looks like a little weenie.
Their needs and wants, and that you.
Hi.
I have a question.
Can you consent real quick? Just you consent to being filmed? I just need you to
Hi,
consent.
I'm consenting to this interview.
Go ahead, ask your
I have a
question.
question for you.
Please, go ahead.
What do you mean by that question of how does a woman act?
You see how she's being triggered right now by a question? What do you mean? What do you mean? She's asking questions and she's getting all triggered and shit. Look at her go on a feminist rate. Oh, come on, bro.
Basically, I'm saying, I'm trying to challenge the idea that maybe there's like a general idea that a lot of women want to be treated a certain way, and that's why they have that expression, know how to treat a woman. But
Do you believe in heterosexual relationships?
What the fuck? You think that was smart or something like that?
I believe in all different types of relationships, even same-sex ones, of course, all different types. But yeah, let me
Look how dumb she looks, man.
ask you this: do you think generalizing is okay to do in relationships? It's okay to generalize. Well, if it wasn't, why would anyone ever bother giving relationship advice? Don't you have to have like look for certain patterns to know how to like?
Is that why you're asking?
Yeah.
She's trying to get him so bad, bro. And he's the most rational, level-headed interviewer I've ever seen. And he's still triggering these feminists for nothing.
To look for a different pattern?
Well, in other words, I'm saying like if you couldn't generalize about men and women in relationships, why would there be?
Couldn't generalize and.
If you
Who did you hear that? Who's playing that?
if you couldn't generalize about what men and women want in relationships, obviously there's exceptions, right? But if you weren't like general things that like men and women look for, why would there be best-selling books called Men Are From
Where's that coming from?
Mars and Women Are From Venus, which generalize, or people ask about somebody's zodiac sign, which generalize?
Okay, we need to cleanse. This is just a whole lot of holy fuck going on.
Generalizes, right? Like when you say Scorpios act like this and Geminis act like this, is that not generalizing?
Is there a problem with generalizing?
No. I don't think there's a.
She's looking to be triggered so bad. They only know how to be victims, man.
Problem with generalizing. I'm asking you if you think that there's a problem with generalizing.
Bruh.
Do you think generalizing is okay?
Do you?
Well,
Bro, answer the goddamn question. Why does she need to be fucking triggered?
Well, I mean, if you want to interview me, I'm just asking these questions.
Well, I think the questions are so vague in that there's so many sanctions of relationship in the world that you're asking a crowd that is heterosexual, and it just like...
Well, I'll give you an example, okay? I acknowledge that there's exceptions. Like, for example, there are some women who will date short guys, but don't most women have a preference for a guy who's taller than them?
Disagree.
So you don't think there's such a thing as most, or, you know, you can't say most
There's no generalizations except when it's my astrology sign.
people want this? Like, a lot of women are attracted to confidence. A lot of people say that. I don't...
Confidence is different than height.
Okay, but is that not generalizing? People generally want confidence, right?
Damn, she's dumb. This is when a girl only knows how to disagree. She got triggered by a question, and I know women. All she's gonna do is look to disagree now.
I think that a woman could.
Well, just people in general
You hear that, right? You hear that, right? That's not just my headphones.
like confidence, right?
I'm a woman.
Okay. Allahu Akbar! Let's say a prayer. This is just, the West is going to hell, man. We're just going to shit. What's happening?
Interested in men, so I can only speak to that.
Sure.
I think that it is generalizing to say before I'm in a relationship or dating that I could say yes, I'm into tall men.
Okay.
And then I meet someone shorter than me and I fall in love, and that generalization cancels out.
I didn't say that there aren't exceptions. I said there's exceptions.
So then,
Look at that, triggered. She's only knowing. Whoa, have you ever seen a man answer questions like this? She looks like a deer in headlights right now.
But I'm saying,
so the conversation is irrelevant.
well, the
What?
We can't talk about generalizations until we're in the situation, and the generalization in it.
Do you see her friend in the back is like seeing the female nonsense? But this is what happens. I've made videos like this. As soon as you trigger them, they stop making sense. They just need to fight you.
It cancels out.
But at the same time,
So it's not fair to put on camera and to hold me to a word of generalization until there are exceptions.
I hope you see this. Whoever girl your name is, someone send it to her, someone knows her. Send this video. You make absolutely no sense. And chat, tell her she makes absolutely no sense.
And I can say that women prefer tall men until they meet someone short and they fall in love, and that's okay.
I acknowledge that. What I'm saying is, does the exception make the rule?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying just because some women might prefer a short man doesn't mean that most women don't have a preference for taller men.
Well, that's statistics that are outside of my ability to talk to.
The statistics and the sources and people are so dumb with the statistic nonsense, bro. You know that women prefer tall men. I'm tired of this. Bring up the sources, but where's the facts that say that? Everyone knows this. Why are you disagreeing?
That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking your opinions. Like I said, yeah.
I'm not willing to put my opinion on camera.
You consented to it! Oh my fucking god! Chat. She stepped in and said, I consent to be interviewed, and this stupid bitch is saying, no, I don't want to say it on camera. 2 minutes ago, you consented to it. Word for word. Word for word. Holy fuck. Allahu Akbar! Holy fuck.
I'm consenting to this interview.
Allahu Akbar! This is the fucking bullshit that I'm talking about. They are allowed to make absolutely no sense. They make no sense. And this is a nice guy. He's being so rational. He didn't say anything mean. There wasn't any leading questions. Questions trigger these hoes, bro. Something's going on, man. What the hell happened in the West where this shit is normal? I've dealt with this. That's why I have to be on camera yelling in these streams now. I'm done doing these street interviews and trying to be nice. These bitches make no fucking sense, bro. Absolutely no fucking sense.
Which do men enjoy more, the chase or the catch?
The chase.
Isn't the catch the man's goal and the chase the woman's goal?
Yeah, but if you keep chasing that, then they won't want anyone else if they're still chasing that one girl.
Okay. Don't women want to be chased though?
Yes, for sure.
So the chase is not the woman's goal?
The chase is the woman's goal, I would say. I would say I do try to make the guy chase a little more.
Has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
There's got to be some girl watching this right now who's like, but not all women are like this. Try to defend that fucking nonsense we just watched. Somebody justify that. Holy shit. Too harsh, SNEAKO. Bro, that's not too harsh. That shit is literally childish nonsense. And I've dealt with the same shit. Why is this happening now? How are questions triggering? You remember my video with that feminist? Is this your job? I'm just asking, like, I was just making a nice video, being respectful, asking about catcalling. Is this what you do? This is stupid. Because I'm asking questions in a nice way. I'm done putting up with these fucking feminists, man. They're allowed to make no sense.
Nope.
So why do women complain about men when women are the ones choosing the shitty men?
That's a good point.
That is a good point. I've dated a lot of shitty men.
I've talked to shitty men. Haven't dated them.
I have.
Is it true women typically want what they can't have?
No.
Yes.
Depends.
Wrong.
Has there ever been a man you wanted that you weren't able to get?
Yes.
No,
They fall in love with that guy.
for me, there's not a man. Everybody wants me. It's usually the man that wants me, not to be cocky or anything, but it's never me trying to go for a man that I don't want.
So is it typically true that women want what they can't have?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So then would you agree that chasing women is terrible advice for men?
Yes. Don't. If you give them attention too soon, they have nothing. They want what they can't get, so just ignore them. You know what a lot of the red pill bullshit is just to say negging. That's like just being mean and insulting them from the front because then they feel like they need to fight for your attention. Don't be a dickhead, but just don't give them too much attention. Guys are deluded now. They get all on Twitch and just hand their money away. It's nonsense. You think that that's what gets a girl, writing a poem, giving them a fucking flower? No. They pity. There's nothing. You already give them all the love. All your female friends, you think that one day, if maybe I'm so friendly to her, I'll get a kiss. You look sad. She pities you. You know who she wants? The guy who doesn't give a fuck about her. It's simple.
Yes. Terrible advice.
So then how is a man supposed to get a woman then without chasing her?
Treating them like garbage. Like shit. Treat him like she ain't shit and she'll fall in love. I'm sorry you're calling me a piece of shit maybe, but that's what it is. That's the game.
You have to have game. You have to make her want you without her knowing that you want her.
Facts.
Okay, so like what advice would you have for men? How can he do that?
Treat her like shit. Don't be mean to her. Just don't give a fuck about her. Why you think I say hoe and bitch all the time? You're like, why would you say that word? What would you? Because it works. Why do you think pimps call other bitches or hoes? Because what? Now they need to get the validation from that guy. It's simple stuff, bro.
You know, you have to come at her.
And don't come in here and start calling, like now it's run around and go outside and just say, hey bitch, and then blame me. No, you need to say bitch properly. I say it properly. Nah, shut up, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? You gotta like smooth, you gotta say it and mean it. If you're like, ho, no, bro. There's nothing cringier than that. You gotta learn how to do it. You gotta earn calling bitches hoes. Trust me. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Hey, yo, if more incels call you some mean shit, don't say that it's my fault, bro.
And buy us dinner. Take us out.
Nope.
Show us what you're about.
Wrong.
You know, and make it worth our while. And
Chicken wings and fries, we don't go on dates.
then we'll come on to you.
Right, but I mean, how will that lead to like a romantic relationship as opposed to just being friend zoned?
Because once we see what you can do, then we like you.
Well, I mean, are there certain like boxes that the man has to check off before he goes from friend zone to actually, you know, the hookup zone, the end zone?
Well, my box is provider, style. Other than that, you know, it's kind of open.
Has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
Fuck no.
So why do women complain about men when women are the ones choosing the shitty men?
Well, the men are not.
Halfway.
Literally, so I'm gonna put it like this: men, they'll date you, correct? But then when you also start getting comfortable, that's when they show that they're not shit. And then that's when it comes on to the woman's part of leaving the motherfucker. Because if they're not shit, then you need to fucking leave them. But the first men shouldn't be shit in the first place. Because why are you putting on a whole persona just to be not shit in the first place? Like, you can't do all that.
If women
what she's talking about right now, because women have very limited perspective on men, she's thinking of one specific guy who treated her like garbage and she's still tight about it. But she doesn't know how to talk about men in general. She's just talking about her ex that fucked her and left.
Women are smarter than men. Why
Which
do
they are.
If women are smarter than men,
Halfway.
and why do they keep believing men's lies and opening up their legs?
Because it's called manipulation. It's not opening up their legs. If I'm hearing something from man and I'm like, okay, why? First of all, why would you lie to me in the first place? If you're a liar, why are you doing that? It doesn't fall onto the woman. It falls onto the man. Because what are you lying for?
Allahu Akbar!
They think it's manipulation to just be easy. To run around and be hoes. They're like, yeah, I'm manipulating you while you fuck me, dummy. Thank you, Howard, for the 70. Appreciate you, Howard. Howard in the chat. Howard keeps coming back. He said, telling you, this is the mark of Satan delusion. Women are better than men because we're smarter and I'm manipulating you by giving up pussy easily. You know what you think? You know what we think? You a hoe. You just get fucked and you think you're manipulating. By the time you hit 35, you ran through. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to wife you up at that age, man. Everybody hit.
See?
Is it true women typically want what they can't have?
No.
Look at that, same shit as the girl before. Now she's mad, so all she's gonna do is disagree. This is how women think. Watch.
Women can get whatever they want because men are easy. They said that women are sluts. The men are sluts because it's a little, oh, you're...
Chat, do you care if a woman calls you a slut, do you care? Bitch, I'm a thug, give me lit. Well, I don't give a fuck. Men have to earn being a slut. You think you're delusional and you're a slut. No one cares. Men don't care. You think men ever call other men sluts? You know what women do to insult each other when their friendship ends? Call each other whores? Because that shit cuts deep. No man cares if we're called a slut. Baby, I'm the biggest slut in the goddamn world. Pull up. Are you kidding me? You joking? You think that hurts my feelings? That's a compliment.
Your nice little haircut, your edge looks good, your drawers are off. Sluts because, no.
Listen.
Women can get whatever they want because men are easy. They said that women are sluts. The men are sluts because it's a little, oh, your nice little haircut.
Some guy that she liked just left her and now she's mad. Their idea is just limited to the last guy they fucked. I'm telling you, Chad.
Your edge looks good, your drawers are off.
Why do so many...
Genuinely, what the fuck are you talking about?
Halfway.
Women need to be right even if they're wrong?
Who says women need to be right?
Well, how many women are willing to concede in an argument?
I will. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong.
No, you won't.
I will too.
Shit, my bad. I apologize. I was wrong. Yeah. I read it wrong.
Especially if
I looked at the picture wrong. I looked at the message wrong. It was.
They don't admit when they're wrong. They don't know how to. Nowadays, they're more egotistical than men. When they're wrong, they'll just keep on fighting. And actually, when they finally realize, when you out-logic all their bullshit, all their nonsense, and weave all the insults, weave all the fucking attack, that's why you're insecure, that's why you're toxic, weave, and then you finally out-logic them. You know what they do when they realize that they're wrong? Yeah, okay. So, you wanna go to dinner? They never say, oh yeah, good point, you're right. Does that sound like a girl to you? Yeah, actually, you have a point. Girls don't say that.